Hello, everybody. I am Somak Hajra, and we are going to discuss about. Well, you have already read the title, haven't you? So let's not waste time on that. But first, let me introduce one of my closest friend. Welcome.
Hi.
Now, this person, I just happened to stumble during my school days, and we just happened to hit it off somehow.
Somehow.
Somehow. Well, his name is Rick, and he may or may not be a regular in my podcast videos.
Maybe.
Now, Rick, please introduce yourself to our audience. Who you are?
As he already said, my name is Rick and I am his school friend. And well, there isn't much to introduce about myself. You are going to know about me during the podcast as well. So let's let's get it going.
Now, tell me about today's topic. What we are going to discuss about in our further videos.
Well,
What the
today's topic is an interesting one. So today we are going to discuss about the highest grossing media franchise in the world. And let me tell you, it is not what you expect.
so before starting the video, we need to know about what is highest grossing media franchises. So
Yeah,
I
so
would
it is an interesting question, and I think many of us would know, and many of us wouldn't know about that. So it's better for me to explain. So the highest grossing means the market price which it's valued. The it means the net revenue they are making in simple words. So the gross domestic value means the total number of sales they have done, and as it is a media franchise, it already explains that it is in the entertainment business. So any kind of thing that you consider entertainment, from music to movies to video games, everything comes under this media franchise.
yes, yes. So, oh, what is the show that is sitting on top of the chart?
Well, before I talk about the show which is at the top, I may have to discuss something which are below that, like the show in the top has $88 billion, and the one who is running at the distant second is Mickey Mouse with $52.2 billion. Third is Winnie the Pooh, surprisingly, with $48.4 billion, and the fourth is Star Wars with $46.7 billion, and Disney Princesses with $45.4 billion combined.
Yes.
So by this we can see that 88 billion is significant leap from the previous four, which was 45 to 46 to 48 to 52. It was slowly increasing, but 88 is a big leap to say
Yes,
the
it is a
least.
big leap. So let's talk about the show that is sitting on the top of the chart. I guess everybody have seen or have ever heard of the show. I know everybody has heard about it. In our childhood days, we always watch this show, and we are a big fan. We are a big fan of that show. So let's not waste any time. The show is
Pokemon.
we have already know what is Pokemon. I guess everybody heard about Pokemon. Pikachu, the very
For
famous
those whose
Pokemon.
mother don't know about Pokemon, they
Yes,
she
my
only know
mother
about
also knows
Pikachu.
Pikachu, but she doesn't know about Pokemon, but she does know about Pikachu.
Definitely, many of my friends say the same things.
Yes. So I want to ask you a question, Rick. From which age are you watching Pokemon?
I think I was watching it from class 4, I think.
Okay, class four.
Yeah.
So how was your experience watching Pokemon?
I used to watch it after coming to school. It was playing at I think 5 o'clock. So I used to come to home at be just before that. So I didn't used to wash my hands or change the clothes. I used to first watch the show and then do anything else.
Actually, it is very good. But the main series actually in we know all about Ash. The series is all about the anime is all about. But
Yeah, but the main
but
source of revenue for Pokemon is not its anime. It's just like an advertisement to be
yes,
exact.
yes,
The
it is
main
not
source
just
of
an
income,
anime.
yeah, it is not just an anime, and the main source of income for Pokemon is their video games
Is
actually,
there video games? Actually, is there video? I have already
and
played
that
one
is
video game. The Pokemon Go. I used to play it in my childhood days. You are
oh,
playing
I am
also
still
now.
playing.
You are still playing. I am playing a Pokemon game named the Pokemon Black version, where the character is red, and
Yeah,
he is one of my favorite characters now far. I played the games.
yeah. Red has also appeared in many different games as main character as well as an final boss type of thing, and Red also has his own animated series. And for those who don't know about Red is just like Ash, and they are so similar that their Japanese name is actually the same. Both are called Satoshi
Yes, they are actually called Satoshi. When I used to
in
start
Japan.
watching a Japanese dub, then I used to remember Ash is calling by the name of Satoshi. I used to
Yeah,
remember
so
that.
Ash is Ash was made in design of Red.
Yes.
Red was the inspiration for Ash because Red was created first because the video game were the first things which came in 1996, I think. Yeah, the first game was released, and the animated series was released after that. So the games were the inspiration with which Ash was created. And if you want to know
Yes.
more about Red is a silent protagonist. That means he doesn't talk much.
Yes. But he had fought all the
Many
legendary
people haven't
Pokemons.
even. Yeah, he's just a cooler version of Red.
Yes,
Ash,
he is way cooler
as you
than
can
Ash.
say.
So let's not go off topic. We are going to off topic. We
Yeah.
are going into the depths of Pokemon. The topic of the video is about the media franchises. So I would
Yeah,
ask,
so before reviewing other shows, I want to talk about Pokemon a little more, but this time on topic instead of off topic. So, Pokemon, as we know, is the biggest franchise, but the anime isn't the main source of income. There are movies which are a huge source of income, but the main source, as I said, was video games. And then there comes the products, which means the plushies, toys, action figures, and things like that. And the
yes,
third largest source of income is the trading cards game. It is one of the most famous part of Pokemon, and
yes.
it generates a huge revenue, and it is also played competitively worldwide.
Did you collect cards, Sirik?
Yeah, I have some cards, but I think most people who collect cards in India, as I speak, the cards are mostly fake.
Yes,
I have some real cards, but those are from I have to order from Amazon and things like that.
and it's pretty expensive. I know.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
About you have told us in the starting of the video that Star Wars is that fourth. So have you watched Star Wars?
Yeah, I have completed the whole Star Wars series as well as all the spin-offs, and I also have a T-shirt.
So what
I
is
am a
your
huge Star
experience?
Wars. Well, my experience was pretty good at first. I liked all the first three movies, and I liked the prequel series not as much as the original series, but I still
Yes,
liked them. I think they lacked a little bit of direction. They were a little bit overproduced, as I may say.
yes.
A good thing is good, but more of a good thing is not very good.
Not very good. Yes.
Yeah, but then there comes the Disney acquisition. After the Disney acquisition, things began to go downhill pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So the sequel series I didn't like that much. I still enjoyed them. They are
Hmm.
pretty good movies. They have, but the best part of those movies were mostly fan service. And if the part of your new movies are the things that you have seen in the old movies, it's not good.
Yes, yes, I have seen one. In the TV, I used to watch Star Wars, but already forgot. I need to watch. I will again rewatch it again.
Yeah,
But
it would be a long rewatch.
yes,
Those
yes,
days.
yes.
Now there are many shows, different shows, and nine different movies in the main franchises, two spin-off movies, three to
Yes.
four shows, I think. There is also one anime.
Yeah. Star Wars is good. But I want to ask about what about Avengers, MCU, DC?
Well, to say about that, let me run some numbers. So
Okay.
everyone knows James Bond
Yes.
007,
All
GoldenEye.
already know James Bond.
Yeah. So it is $14.4 billion.
So it is a good amount of money.
Let me remind let me remind you something. 88 billion is for Pokemon. James Bond
Yes.
is 14.4 billion.
Uh,
So yeah, 14.4 billion is a huge amount of money, but it doesn't come
Pokemon is at
close.
the lead.
Yeah. So let me talk. James Bond is 14.4 billion. Avengers is 14.3 billion.
Yes.
Jurassic World is
Yes.
measly 8.82 billion, not even crossing the 10 million mark. Power Rangers is 8.7 billion. Fast
Yes.
and Furious is 7.9 billion. Pirates of the Caribbean at a matlab, same level,
Yes.
7.9 billion, but a little bit less than Fast and Furious. And DCU EU, which has just now closed, is 7.76 billion. So it will not rise again. The DC extended universe has officially ended now, and X Men is 6.9 billion. Shrek
Yes.
is 6.15 billion. And when I say
Okay.
Shrek, the Shrek franchise also includes the Puss in Boots,
Yes. Yes. I read about it.
like the new
It is
movie.
pretty good. So, what about Avengers? Do you like Avengers?
Yeah, I also like Avengers. I have seen all their movies and I follow MCU completely.
Koche? So, talking about Avengers, which is your
Yeah.
favorite character in Avengers?
So the my favorite character in Avengers will be, well, in the Avengers MCU movies, right?
In the both part, in the comic books also, in the cinematic universe also.
Okay, in cinematic universe, my favorite is Moon Knight. Actually, it
The
may
new
not be a
series.
popular. Yeah, it
Yes.
may not be a popular series, but I like Moon Knight in the TV series. And if you talk about the Avengers team, my favorite would probably be Iron Man.
Iron Man is
It's a
also my
very
favorite
normal.
character. Good. Iron Man is good. And what about DC?
DC, obviously Batman. No one
Yes,
comes close.
Batman. Yes, obviously Batman. No? So
So talking about Avengers, I was just telling. So Avengers gross market is 14.3 billion. This is just shy of 14.4 billion, which comes with James Bond, the Golden Eye. And
yes.
below that is Jurassic Park with 8.82 billion. Power Rangers, or as you call it, Super Sentai in Japan, comes
Hmm.
in $8.7 billion. And Fast and Furious has $7.9 billion, and Pirate of the Caribbean is next to that with also $7.9 billion. There are some slight differences.
Hmm.
Then comes the DC Extended Universe, which comes at 7.76, which had a disastrous end with, may I say, Flash.
Yes.
Then comes
Having
the X Men, which
yes.
also had a disastrous end with
Yes.
$6.9 billion.
Yes. Yes.
And then comes Shrek. All of you know about Shrek.
Shrek.
And it also
The
includes
green
the Puss
guy.
and Boot franchise actually. Yeah, it also includes Puss and Boot franchise.
Yes.
So It comes at $6.15 billion, and then comes Avatar, the second highest grossing movie of all time after Avengers Endgame. Avatar comes at 5.78 billion, along with the new movie, which is also pretty good at theater. But all of them total just barely passes Pokemon with 88.6 billion. All
Yes,
the
yes, it
franchises I
barely
have told.
passes.
Yeah, all of their total gross income just barely passes with $88.6 billion.
Yes. So, how was your experience in overall these gross media franchises and about Pokemon sitting on the top of it? Did you expect that?
Yeah, so I expected it to be more than anything owned by Disney at least, because anything owned by Disney, like the Disney princesses, at least, I don't think are so popular nowadays as it was once. And then when it comes to Marvel, Marvel is at a steep decline nowadays. Their toys are not selling that well. Their merchandises are sitting on the stores. I can now find before I went to stores and I saw nothing. Means everything was half empty mostly. But nowadays, a stack of them are collecting dust. So it's a different story nowadays.
Yes,
When
it
it
is a
comes to
different story.
Star
Hmm.
Wars was having a steady decline from the time its prequel was released,
Yes.
but the decline has started to show its effect, and with lackluster shows nowadays, it is not seeming good for Star Wars.
Yes.
So, with speaking that, I think many of the Marvel and things like that which
Yes.
Disney owned were
Yes.
not doing as good as Pokemon, but I was still thinking that some of the franchises like what you can call the Mickey Mouse would be the one franchise which would be above because of the whole Disney World and things like that, amusement park movies, and there were many
Yes.
things.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yes.
I was still thinking Marvel would give it a steep competition. I didn't think that it would be such a landslide victory for Pokemon.
Yeah. Actually. So, so we have talked about all the famous movies, TV shows, and our favorite Pokemon, Avengers, DC, MCU, and many
Yeah,
more.
we have talked about many things.
So, thank you, Rick, for appearing today's podcast. Thank you for
Oh, no
sharing your
mention.
knowledge. Thank you for sharing your knowledge to us and helping me out.
Hmm.
Hope you liked our first video we are making. And goodbye. See you again. Tata. Sayonara.